name is Beyond Go. I'm currently 25 years old. I'm in the finance transformation practice.
So I'm Jitain, currently doing my MBA in NUS. Otherwise, I'm 25 years old and I have 3 years of work experience in the telecom industry.
Well, I'm Ricardo, and I've just started my MBA. I had my own couple of ventures, so I've been doing my own type of work for the past almost 6 years.
Hi, my name is Atul, and I'm doing my full-time MBA at National University of Singapore. Prior to joining the MBA program, I was working as a technology consultant.
I want to start with the label Gen Y. You know, there used to be Gen X, now it's Gen Y. I bet there's going to be a Gen Z. I don't know what's the next after that. But what do you feel about this label? Do you agree with this label?
This Gen Y thing is just a stereotype for those people who are born within this
78 to 2000.
Yeah, to 2002. And essentially everyone's different and you have your own mindset, and basically they've been stereotyped.
I mean, I don't agree with the tab, which is the Gen Y and we are in a certain way. But what I think is the difference is the amount of information, access to information which we have had, unlike the previous generations.
If you were to come up with a label, for example, I know you're not into labels, most of us don't like labels. But if there's one label, that is not Gen Y, because Gen Y is pretty generic. It doesn't really talk about who we are and what we do. What do you think that label could be?
We have so much access to information, and this is what we grew up with. We're more engaged. We like to work faster in teams, collaboration.
Most of us, we love the independence of thought, the independence of what we are doing. So I think independence is the key. So this generation wants to be more independent.
Actually, family it's quite a big component. You always keep in touch. You're like a very close circle. You look for advice.
We don't like the whole stereotypical way of thinking. We like to question things.
So basically, no one wants a boss, basically, is what I'm hearing. Am I right?
I mean, not really, it depends upon what your definition of a boss is. Okay. So if you say a boss is somebody who's going to spoon feed you, we don't want somebody to really come and spoon feed and guide us at each and every step. So we should be given that independence to really come up with ideas, not just by doing the stuff, but also by giving suggestions. And a boss is more like a mentor who can actually guide us as to our thought process is right or it's not right.
We also like to be able to decide and give our true input to the firm, and then have this interaction that both can actually gain a lot more.
Now it's okay kind of do it your own way, but you still always look to the boss to bring you in the right direction. So how it's done is probably going to be different with us, but what is done is still the same.
But from the point of view of successful Gen Ys such as yourselves, what motivates you the most at work? Maybe I can start with you.
Opportunities to try different things.
As long as the firm has a process or a system in place where you can always go up to your management and say, okay, look, this is what I'm interested in and this is what I would like to do. And if not completely, at least they can put you on that path. I think that's good enough.
So if you empower people, then your job is to actually monitor the performance. And then you can offload work, be more productive. And then at the same time, your team is going to be more engaged.
I cannot do something which is monotonous. It's like if I keep on doing something which is like repetitive and monotonous, there are no challenges, there's nothing interesting in it. Like, I don't think so I'll be motivated in terms of work. Even if I'm really paid well, even if I'm getting great benefits, I have worked across divisions, different kinds of roles, different kinds of responsibilities, and even different countries. So I've changed my clients, I've changed my projects, I've changed things, And I think that's one way one can grow as well.
Not everybody, but many people believe that the Gen Y really is after money nowadays. Make enough money, everything else will follow.
We are intelligent enough to recognize that if we have a better role, we actually increase our market value. So maybe right now we are not getting that direct pay, but if we have a better market value in the long term, we'll be able to make better money.
We recognize that pursuing something that you're good at, right? You can have your input, and it's just better for everybody. Then that will lead to better pay, a better title, is the better overall social, situation.
So social media is really something big nowadays. Some people are thinking that social media is maybe just to waste time. Nobody really do work using social media. In your opinion, you think social media can help you be a better, productive employee?
Like I used to collaborate with team sitting in Munich, Shenzhen, Helsinki, etc., just through our online social media platform. For let's say, without social media, how would you, let's say, interact with the CEO? So you'll be your back and forth emails and all these things. Now in this company, how it works is, on a certain time of the week, he logs in on the online platform. People ask questions and he answers it to everyone. So I think it's very useful. It depends on how it's being used and how you actually, implement it. So it's a tool at the end of the day.
Yeah, and if you look at LinkedIn, it's a tool that helps people get employed, to find out, because they have the job link where you can find out what jobs there are and meet various people from different industries, and it's a good way to get your foot in.
Email, just text communications. Technology advances so fast, but personal relations, there's distance, right? How personal can you be through email? Instead of texting, you just call the other person, you see the other person, and that's something I guess we're more willing to accept. It doesn't feel less personal. These types of platforms are just are tools. You really want to be able to keep in touch, have access to information, and if you shift from one region to another, then it's most likely you won't take everything with you. But you do have these tools that you can always access.
But there's another topic also. It's about 9 to 5 work environment. Everybody wants to have just a 4-hour work week. No one wants to have a 9 to 5. Do you think 9 to 5 is passé nowadays?
I think that those hours are supposed to be flexible. Work-life balance is key. And I believe that the company needs to realize that, have policies in place to instill that, such as gym memberships or leaves.
If you see, the 9 to 5 term actually comes from your traditional manufacturing kind of industries, where it's still valid. But if you look at your tech firms or your consulting and all these firms, obviously your 9 to 5 doesn't happen either. It happens from 9 to 12, or if you take tech firms, mostly they don't even have the come in at 9 o'clock and go at 5 o'clock concept at all. You come in and go whenever you want. And now you also have the work from home, where you log in from home remotely and you can work. So I think the lines are being blurred, but it's very industry specific is what I think.
For me, I do like to draw the line between work and life, and I do like to have a schedule. So this way, it's not only about me, but it's also about my family.
If you're in an industry where it doesn't really require to be there from 9 to 5, you can actually work from home or you can work from anywhere. But I think if, say, a Gen Y gets into an investment bank where you actually have to be 9 to 5 when the markets are open, it's not that you won't like your job. So it's about the kind of job you're doing and the kind of role you're doing.
In your eyes, what company projects an image of, hey, I'm a good employer, that gives you that impression that, I want to be a part of that company?
If you look at the whole 20%, your own work concept and all these things which Google has come up with, and they also come up with concepts where you work on your own products, you can collaborate with anyone you want. So I think in those terms it has to be Google.
It's not just about Google. I think Goldman Sachs is also doing a great job in terms of having the culture and leadership. If you talk about,
I have friends in Microsoft, and they enjoy their time there very much. They work from home. It's great for their work-life balance. They can call in and say, hey, I have this going on. And it's more objective driven.
Definitely Deloitte, and in the consulting arena, and allows me to meet incredible senior people that I would never meet in other industries. Well, you get to travel and work on different projects and work with incredible, intelligent people. It's something that I really value.
You get into a top tech firm or a top investment bank, but you're not doing the best kind of work, where you are not able to explore your own potential. But if you're going to a medium-sized firm which doesn't have a very strong brand name, but it really helps you to develop your own potential, probably I would go for that.
Well, to round up this discussion, I just want to get your thoughts, each one of you. What is Gen Y all about?
So I think we're more interest-driven. We are definitely probably more aggressive, and I think culture's probably become much more important than it was important previously. So to sum it up, it would be those three things.
We like challenges, and also opportunities to differentiate ourselves, and also being in the social media world and internet age, we like to think out the box.
Gen Y is all about being independent, whether it's at your work or whether it's in your thoughts. and getting that independence of performing and really achieving something.
Collaboration, teamwork, and I feel that at least with my peers, we always try to reach common goals and help each other out. It's not about who gets there first. It's about we all are getting together.